Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Craig here on the Thai farm. And I am retired Americano, if you've never watched this channel before. If you have, you already probably know everything. But anyway, this is our farm. This is our life in a Thai knockdown house. And no, it's not full of termites, and it doesn't get eaten, and it doesn't get hot and all that. Ain't nothing no different than any cement house. Speaking of which, I remember I built this one myself, and except for the roof. And you know, that thing, you walk in there during the, if it's 120 out or something, you walk in there, you're like, whoa, of course it's gonna be hot in there, but that's what you have aircon for. But I have lived in many things: apartments, houses, boxes, bushes, and ain't no different, man. This house back here is perfect. And it rained like a banshee last night, or yesterday. It was normally, you know, we get that downpour, right? I've talked about this other videos, you get, but it lasts for 5 minutes or something. But this time it was a little while, man. We probably had another hour, I don't know. And then it rained, kind of trickled, but the heavy stuff was just which also one of the things I wanted to check was come out here, and I see the water levels up, but it's not quite touching the underside of the bridge, which is cool, because, and then I think that's where it stays. I mean, I've never seen it higher than that, higher than the previous marks over the years, but I'm thinking maybe when the body of water gets so full that it's, you know, it's heavy, right, that it actually reaches like a cap out weight or something, where it pushes back down into the aquifer, so it won't get higher, you know, it'll just get to that level. It's like, oh, I gotta, you know, that's my theory on that. This one is raised up. I'm happy about that. Actually, I was worried about it getting low, but that drain pipe over there, it's just at the bottom of the overflow pipe that goes into the canal, which is cool. Before, if y'all remember that clay pot down there where I had catfish coming out of there, just, I'm looking what that is, I don't know. Just yesterday there was there's something in there. Just yesterday, about that much of the pot was showing, like all, you know, all the way around. So that told me that the water level was low. I mean, I can look over here and look at the pilings or whatever, look at the dirt. You can see the dirt's a little bit wet, and sometimes that's what I look at underneath the porch here, to see how much wet has receded or whatever, or that pipe, or more lately I was using that pot that I put in there. It shows me where the water kind of goes in and out. But we're all right. So we got that rain was probably, I don't know, I guess I could say it was needed. I wanted to have a little bit more rain, and I got it. It was loud too, very loud. It's all quiet out here. The wind is blowing. I don't know if you can see the flag, right? And you know that's the same colors as the US flag, right? Red, white, and blue. Always found that to be kind of cool too. But yeah, the trees, I mean, there's some wind, but you don't really feel it down here. Maybe just up over the rice fields. Speaking of rice fields, I don't know if you can see ours, but the rice is considerably knocked down from the wind and the rain. It punishes it. Maybe I can bring the drone up and give you a bird's eye view of that. Yeah. what else? Yeah, I did pick more of my snake squash this morning, which are these babies right here. Dot, my wife, says that she laughs when I pick them because she says they're old. Like those old ones, you don't eat that, man. She been eating like the smaller, thinner ones or whatever. But I've already eaten the big old ones, and they're freaking delicious. All right, it's like this, you know. She would say, "Oh, that's too small to eat." Dude, I just cooked one of those the other time, and it was delicious. It was almost like eating mashed potatoes, man. It was pretty cool, or a yam or whatever. We are gonna have a boatload of papaya here pretty quick. This tree's already starting to grow, but these two here, this was a piece that was broken off, and then it just grew a whole new branch, and now it's got those, and of course these are going to be yellow in no time. I'm not sure where all those little tiny pock marks are. They're not from birds, I don't think, anyway. Or they're attempts, but they're not holes that are in the skin. There's dents that are in the skin. My knee, my right knee, which is my good knee, my left leg was one that was broken a bunch of places, but I think from doing my little wonder wall here, because I'm squatting all the time, bending up, squatting, and I could feel my knee kind of hurting, but I just worked through it, which I probably shouldn't, because if you feel pain, that's you know, that's an indicator that you probably should slow it down or take a break, which I didn't. But now, yesterday and today, I'm freaking crippled. I can walk. I wore a brace most of the day today, and I can you know, go up and down stairs fair enough, but I can't bend like that. If I was going to continue working on that wall, you know, I'd have to have my knee at that full, or make other accommodations. And I figured, you know what, my body needs rest. And why is this mango over here? Is this, oh, this fall? Huh. This mango, by the way, must have fell from this mango tree, although I thought this mango tree did produce. Ooh, this is a good one. Smelled good. But maybe my wife chucked it over here so that it can grow or something. Checking out my bananas. Still have a way to go. These ones over there, those ones over there. There's looks like one hiding behind there. Meh. Want to make me some banana smoothies. Oh, they sell like a whole bunch of bananas for, you know, 10 baht or 15 baht or something at the market, so they're super cheap if you want to just walk over there and get them. If you look at some of our earliest videos, you see when we planted these, my wife planted them. We bought like, I don't know how many we bought, I forget, 40 plants or something, and these were left over, so she decided to put them right there and one right there. But now it's, you know, it's coming into that nice little wall, which is what we kind of wanted. I'm gonna put a trellis here. What do you think about that? A little garden idea. Lots of fruit trees. No fruit. And these two, we bought these bushes. I think we only bought one, and then we broke it up and, you know, and planted it in 3 different places. And now they're pretty massive. Same with this guy. So that's pretty cool. It's been a year and 8 months. A year and well, August is 8. So yeah, this is 1 year and the 9th month that we have been living here. The retired life. And it's not all that's cracked up to be, I can tell you. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's not all glim and or glitter and glory. Let's sit down here. Oh, take a load off my leg, off my knee. But you know, even if I'm sitting here with my knee, depending on the position of it, I gotta somehow take the load off. Gravity starts to push it in place or something. It hurts, man. But yeah, retirement is good. I mean, I'm just happy that I'm not doing nothing. Well, here comes my beep 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 wife. She just went and changed the water filters at her mom's house. Like those 3 water filter things goes into the kitchen water or whatever. And yeah, doing her duty. But yeah, I wish there was a little bit more wind. We do have the, you know, if it's really humid, I got the misters all the way around here, which also help. But don't need to do that. We're gonna get more of these yellow flowers at the market today, but we decided not to go to the market. We're actually a little bit tired because not really to be the bearer of bad news, but our beloved Boonlai, which is our dog, you can probably see him in a lot of videos. He died this morning in the wee hours. I don't know if it was a farm life or what, but you know, he had a blast, man. The guy loved this place and loved people coming over, but he like the day before yesterday or something, he didn't look like he felt that good. He was like, meh, you know, like he had a flu or something. So we kind of let him ride it out for that day, and the next morning he was still like, I feel like crap. So took him to the vet, and the vet goes, yeah, he kind of looks like crap. You know, here's some nutritious food in a syringe and some medicine, and you know, let's see if he gets better. And then so the next day, which was yesterday, well, the day before, maybe that was the day before yesterday, and then you know, did the medicine, all that stuff, but then the next whole day he did not look good either. He was walking more slow, and he's like, oh man, this is messed up. And he kind of he threw up once or whatever, and took a black crap or whatever. I was like, well, you know what, and it was already late in the afternoon and stuff, so we waited. The next morning, took him to the vet, which was yesterday, and then the vet, you know, did the blood test and all the hematocrit, which is the blood test in all the areas, and it showed that, of course, he had massively low white blood count and massively low glucocytes, and just basically bad blood, and it was failing in 3 or 4 areas, which were going to seriously affect his ability to survive. So it just gave us some medicine again, and you know, and said he does not, the prognosis wasn't very good. Anyway, we brought him home, kept him comfortable, kept him, you know, stayed awake with him all night, really, because he would get up and he'd move, and he'd move, then he'd move, you know. I mean, when you have a dog, we had him for like 7 years, I guess, not that long actually, but when you have a dog, you know when your dog's sick, right? But you also know when he's dying. I mean, I think. And, you know, I was like, man, I think he's dying. That was yesterday. And then sure enough, you know, he got up, or he would sleep a little bit, he'd wake up, and then about 3 in the morning or so, or maybe 2 in the morning, he started throwing up, and he threw up like twice, but he screamed like when he threw, like, wah, wah. What I've never heard of him. I mean, my dog's thrown up a million times, probably different reasons or whatever, and but he usually just kind of goes, oh, you know. But these were like a couple of screams, and I was like, oh, that is uncool, and mostly liquid. And damn, I just felt so bad for him, you know. And then he went to bed again. You know, we just keep petting him until he goes to bed, and use a wet rag or whatever to wipe his belly, make him feel good and stuff. But you could see his belly doing this. He was having problems. And then I got up, go to the bathroom at about 5:30 or something. Went to the bathroom. As I come out of the bathroom, the light is on. The bathroom light shines on him and my wife laying there on the floor. We made it on the floor. And he was looking right at me, so I was like, oh, you're cool. And, I laid up on the bed, facing down at him. And then about 10 minutes later or something, I heard him, like, how when a dog sleeps and then you hear him yelp like he's running in the forest or something. I heard that. I thought, hey, man, that sounds like he's dreaming. Oh, that's a good sign, Might wake up and he'll be all right now. And then, so I got up at like 5:45, not long after that. I got up, made coffee. It was almost 6 o'clock, and I was making coffee in the kitchen. And then he let out a kind of a whoa, 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 whoa yelp, And my wife was there, and she opened the door to where I was, and she goes, Dialeo. So she said he just died or whatever. He just like let out the yelps and I went in there, and you can see he was, tongue out, and he had passed away. And but of course I checked to make sure. And yeah, what a bummer, dude. What a bummer. And it's gonna probably be a bummer for I don't even know how long. We've had 2 other dogs that have passed also, and it's never easy for dog owners, I think. Everywhere I walk around, there's like a dog bed of his. Where you see his chain and all that other stuff, toys, box of toys. What do you do with that stuff? Give it to somebody else? Not a lot of people want that stuff. The leash maybe, but still, So you just want, you're having all these memories, flashbacks. It's like my wife when she just came in, she beep, beep, beep. She always does that, but she does that for the dog. So as soon as the dog hears the beeping, he'll start barking. And we just noticed that too, because we went out and ate some soup and came back, and we pulled in the driveway. And normally as soon as we pull in, if he can go with us and he's upstairs, he'll hear us pull in and go, And I noticed the absence of that. That's what I noticed. But I don't know about getting another one. Probably not. Of course, we said that after our last one, and then we were. I don't even know how long we lasted before it was like, well, let's get one. Actually, we got this little totally freaked out one, and then we thought, well, it was a girl. We thought, that maybe her problem is that she needs a friend because she's so skittish and everything. So then we got Boonlai to pal around with her, and he ran circles around her like, yo, 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 let's play. And she was like, no. And she was just super, I don't know, I forget what they call it. The vet called it something, some kind of behavior that they pick up while, like, shortly after they're born or something. But it caused her to basically, she was freaked until she had cancer, I think it was. Was it cancer? I forget. I think it was like cancer or something. So she died. Actually, we had to put her down. He was telling us at the time. So it was during COVID, so we actually had a vet come to the house to do that. But yeah. Anyway, we actually buried Boonlai over here by one of the old trees with a view of the pond. So, and of course, we'll have to see that every time we drive in and park the truck. But anyway, we still have 2 cats. And I think they knew, actually, too, because when they were in the room when he was sick, when they left last night, we let them out. Normally they come back at like 11 or something, or even 1, and start screaming at the door like, let us in. And they did not come back. Did not even worry about it. I was like, what? And in the morning, when the doors were open, when I was still passed away on the floor, we were getting things ready, and the two cats came to the front door and they just sat right at the front door, didn't even enter the house. And I've never seen them do that before. They just sat there going, somebody died in here. I was like, whoa. And then when we were burying them, of course, they just went over there and they sat right there on the carport and watched. So they definitely knew. Yeah, they had to. But anyway, enough of that. Man's best friend. Anyway, look at my lawn, man. Dude, there's all those pieces of bamboo are out there. I don't know if you can see them all, but all this brown stuff's bamboo from up there, and the wind and rain blew it all down. There's some dark spots with different kind of grass that are growing. Actually, they're growing at a faster rate, so definitely have to cut the grass. But the electric lawnmower that we have, pretty cool. It'll suck up all those brown leaves, you know, it turns everything into mulch. Actually, it's perfect weather right now to be able to cut the grass. I should cut it, but that would cause me undue pressure on my knee. I'm not gonna do that no more, man. Oh, I also stopped by, we went up to the wood place. I think I might have mentioned I got a corner wood piece for the shop house over there that I put in, a piece of furniture. And we got this really cool looking water, what do they call it? Water windmill, water wheel, I guess. Let me turn the camera off here. I'll go get it. I want my battery to die. Alrighty, so let's check it out. Whoa. And when the water comes, it makes music. Let's go fast. And it's pounding rice right there. It actually has a built-in hose for the pump. You just hook your pump to it, and then it comes out underneath here. That's pretty cool, huh? That's a pretty cool little deal. They had a great bigger one, but we didn't get that one. It was too big. But that's gonna go over there in our, let me do this. It's gonna go over in my Wonderwall pond somewhere. This is the, in the shop house, this is the corner piece I got. One of the teak wood corner shelves. I can just put all kinds of, you know, whatever you call it, knickknacks in there. So yeah, but when we drove up there, we also stopped at a place, one of the places that have all the logs or the wood that they use to make those kind of things. And I found that they have the size that I need for my bamboo palace over there, where I want to build that, you know, that second story up there. So they need big ones for the corner posts, you know, so that'll support the frame for the deck and all that. And they're 250 baht each. So 3 meters, so should be enough. Should be quite enough. But I'm gonna have to drive back up there to get them. At the time we had stuff in the truck, so I couldn't really throw them big old logs in there. Yeah. And it looks like probably gonna get more of that rain right there. Look at that. See that? I can hear it actually rumbling somewhere. All right, guys. Well, that's about it for an update and walk around on the farm here. and as we continue to get busy, I do a little rehab on my knee. Hopefully it'll be all right tomorrow. Just need to give it a couple days break. And yeah, so there you go. All right, well, thanks for watching, and keep watching for more action here on the Bon in Thailand.